All right, for this deep dive, we are focusing specifically on the South Bay. And it's been a really strange 40-hour window.
It really has.
We're talking this past weekend, February 7th through the 9th. On the surface, you see defense and AI booming in, say, Torrance, and you think everything's great.
Right, but that's not the whole picture. If you look at the actual built environment, the places people live and work, things are under a lot of stress.
And in one case, that stress was pretty literal.
Very literal. It's a real split-screen moment. You have this booming industrial sector, but commercial and residential, they just got hit hard this weekend.
You have to be talking about that incident in Manhattan Beach.
Exactly. Friday evening, a vehicle just collides with that big Class A office building.
The one right there at Rosecrans in North Redondo?
That's the one. And this wasn't, a minor tap. It caused a fire, some serious structural damage.
Which is terrifying, of course, but from a real estate angle, does one crash really change the market outlook?
Oh, absolutely. It exposes a huge vulnerability. We built these streets like Rosecrans into what are basically highways, but they're lined with glass-fronted buildings.
So there's no buffer.
Zero. And when that perimeter is breached, it triggers this legal concept called quiet enjoyment.
I've heard that phrase in contracts. What does it actually mean when a car puts a hole in your building?
It means if your tenant, say, a law firm, can't do their job because of smoke or damage, they can stop paying rent. Or just break the lease entirely.
So one traffic accident becomes an instant vacancy crisis.
An immediate crisis. It makes you wonder if we need to start putting up bollards or changing setback rules, because these assets are way more fragile than they look.
Speaking of fragile, the new rental data just came out. Los Angeles apartment rent growth is, it's sitting at 0.1% for the year.
So basically flat, stagnant.
Exactly. And yet I'm seeing new construction everywhere. It feels like a paradox.
It is a paradox. Look at Gardena. There's that massive 265-unit project going up at 128,888 Crenshaw.
But Gardena has always been a more, working class industrial area. Does a luxury complex make sense there?
It does if you stop looking at the neighborhood and start looking at the employers.
The
developers aren't betting on Gardena's economy. They're betting on the tech enclave. They know SpaceX and Skyrise are right there, and those employees need a place to live.
So while commercial buildings are getting hit by cars, multifamily is just making these hyper-targeted bets on tech.
Pretty much.
Which leaves the residential fix and flip market. And a lawsuit was filed just yesterday, February 9th, in Torrance that really stood out.
Yeah, this one is a mess. It's against a company called Staged and Sold, Inc., for a home they sold back in 2023.
And the damages are alleged at over $80,000.
$80,000. That's not a leaky pipe.
Not at all.
No, we're talking about unpermitted windows and patio doors. Allegedly, water was just pouring into the house.
And that's the danger with all this 1950s housing stock in the South Bay, isn't it?
It's a huge risk. Flippers want to move fast, so they skip permits, and they're essentially creating these legal time bombs for the next owner.
Okay, so let's put ourselves in the shoes of a local real estate agent. How do you even begin to explain all this to a client?
That's the million-dollar question.
How do you communicate that the new office building is vulnerable or the renovated home is a potential disaster without totally scaring them off?
You can't. Not with the old methods, anyway. A cold call won't work. You have to build what they call digital authority.
And there's actually a place in San Pedro that's built specifically for this, right?
There is. Voxel Microvideo Labs. It's inside that whole Don Allen experience space.
In the old 1922 JCPenney building.
The very one. The space itself is cool, kind of an anti-mall for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But the real innovation is how they solve what they call format fatigue.
Format fatigue. I mean, with buildings on fire, is that really the top priority?
Well, think about an agent's time. To explain that Torrance lawsuit, you'd normally have to film a horizontal video for YouTube, then film a whole separate vertical one for Instagram Reels.
It's exhausting just thinking about it.
Exactly. Voxel uses a vertical slice method.
How does that work?
They film you once, just once, in super high-res 4K landscape.
Whoa.
But it's framed perfectly so they can just crop the center out for all the vertical apps.
So you walk in, explain the market risks we've been talking about, and you walk out with content ready for every single platform.
It's all about efficiency. It lets you stop messing with technology and start acting like the expert who actually understands what's happening. You take the chaos of the physical market.
And you use it to build trust in the digital one.
That's it.
It's such a strange contrast, isn't it? The physical world feels so shaky right now, but the tools to talk about it are getting incredibly sharp.
And that's the reality. The physical assets are vulnerable. Your digital footprint is where you build stability.
Which really leaves you with a final thought. In a market where your office can be compromised by a car crash and your flip can be ruined by a lawsuit, is your digital reputation the only real estate that you truly own?